a Friday.
Woo! Vanguardians of Team Ubermensch. Welcome to another deck profile. It's been a while. But I'm about to get right into this. We got Harri. Your starter is this is Dragon Masquerade Harri. I'm kind of drunk, so okay. Now your starter is gonna be a Cat Knight in high boots.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. Yep. If you've seen Shrek, you know him.
Or his own movie.
Real easy skill. He whenever you stride, basically whenever you stride, you call him from the soul, GB1, and he called another unit from the soul. That's the Magi ability. It's really powerful.
That's pretty cool.
Next up we have grade 1s. Real simple. 4 perfect guards. Staple. I play this one because the deck can counterblast a lot. But if you don't find yourself counterblasting that much, you don't need to play it. But this card is highly important to me. Very important. We also have 4 stride fighters, which are essential because in this deck, if you don't stride, you don't win. That's the curse of a GB.
You want to ride Harri first,
and you want to get Harri first, so she's really good because you can search for your Harri just in case it doesn't come through. So that's really important. Next we have the most important grade 1 in the game, well in this deck rather, is Cutie Paratrooper. She's adorable. She just came out in G6.
And she's a paratrooper.
Yes, her skill is, I'm gonna say parachute though. Bitch lying. Oh, she's wearing a parachute. Holy shit. Okay.
I'm lying.
Now, her skill is really important. Whenever she's placed on a rear guard circle due to one of your Magi abilities, she you soul charge 1 and you call another unit in the same column as her and give it 5k power. That is the entire point of the deck, is you want to get these units, make them huge, and then wham your opponent, and then make them go bye-bye. So Cutie Paratrooper is really good for that. I highly recommend 4 of her in the deck, and she's the bee's knees. And last for the grade 1s, we have Moonlight Melody Tamer Betty. She came in a trial deck. She's really good. She's gonna be your backup grade 1 that you want to boost with. Whenever she's done boosting, counterblast 1, put that unit into the soul, and you call it a Magi unit, so you can keep the attacks coming. She's really good, really strong. Now we have the grade 2s. I play 4 of the Glimmer clone, Crescent Moon Juggler, like any other Glimmer clone. GB1, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. If I have a Harri Vanguard, soul charge 1, call a unit from my soul anywhere.
How do you feel about the soul blast?
And give it 2k. It's not the soul blast isn't bad because your soul is gonna be full of junk anyway.
Ah, okay.
You can get rid of some cards, like if you have excess of the next card. For example, if we have excess Darkside Princess. You don't really need 3-4 Darkside Princess in soul. She's really good, but you don't need that many in soul. So if you have 2 or 3 in soul, you can just soul blast 1.
Okay.
Plus, the card he soul blasted, you kind of replenish it with the soul charge of his own effect. So that's actually really good. Last up for the grade 3s is Flying Peryton. Flying Peryton, he's grade 2s, thank you. Very good card in this deck, purely because he can refill your field either from soul or from hand. So whenever you place him on a rear guard circle, you just soul charge 1, call a card from soul to the same column as him, and that can get you the Betty that you have in your soul. Or if you want to call the other special card in this deck, you can. We'll get to that in a second. Now the grade 3s are pretty simple. We have your main Vanguard is going to be Master Magician Harri.
Halfway there.
Halfway. If you guys out there have 2 more stamped Harris, let me know. I want them. I love the foiling, the lettering. He's just so. But Harry's he's the stride breaker for this deck.
Waiting for them secret ones.
Oh man, if those come out, I'm getting 4 of those. Just because I love Harri. His skill, whenever you strike, counterblast 1, soul charge 1, call a card from your soul, and give it 5k power. Really synergetic with pretty much every card in your deck. At the end of the turn, you put it back in the soul. All the cards say put them back into soul at the end of the turn. So your field is always empty. So Link Joker, go fuck yourself. Narukami, ha ha ha. Kagero, what? It's really fun. Really fun to do. And Harry's GB2 skill is also really strong. When he attacks, I can call a card from the soul and give it 3k power. And as you all know, when I call 1 card from the soul, I'm calling like 4 more cards from the soul. It's pretty amazing. Harry's really strong. Really strong card. Now my backup grade 3 is going to be Flying Manticore. I like him over some of the other cards in the deck. Like I used to play False Mount Wyvern, but sometimes I'd ride him, and that 10K got to be a little bit too much to get beat the hell up for doing it.
And the Legion, you have better grade 2s you rather run.
Yeah, the Legion, I don't want to have to play a grade 2 that I can't use all the time. So, but this guy's really good. He has a rear guard effect plus the Magi ability. So he's really good to get in for Counterblast 1. If he hits, I can just Counterblast 1. So Soul Charge 1 and call a card from the Soul. He's really good to get in there if your opponent just needs that one little final push to get through your opponent's hand, and he's really good for that. Plus, if I don't have Harri and I'm forced to ride him for whatever reason, I can just pay the cost, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and hopefully grab a Harri from the top of the deck. And it's really, really strong. Now we're gonna get to the triggers of the deck. You're gonna play 4 of this particular critical trigger.
So they're good.
Darkside Sword Master. She does the same as all the other double rare critical triggers. If you have a Harri Vanguard, put her in Soul, draw a card, and he gains 5K power. Really, really good. It's especially great in this deck because I can reuse her again and again and again, just to make sure that I can keep my hand up and make sure my Vanguard swinging for pretty tight numbers. Next up, you also want to play Poison Juggler, because sometimes you can just use his skill again, the same as Darkside Sword Master. You can keep abusing his skill to go back into the Soul and come back out, just to give him a 3K power. Next we have Heal Trigger. I like Popcorn Boy. It's probably my favorite Pale Moon Heal Trigger. None of that Tender Breeder crap. Hate that card. Can I stand Tender Breeder? If y'all got Popcorn Boy, I want those too. I don't like Tender Breeder.
I like the Silverthorn one. She's kind of cute.
She is, but her name is Silverthorn. She has no place in a Harri deck. And finally, for the triggers, we have.
Is there another heal trigger?
4 Sky High Walkers. There's another heal trigger. There's Candy Clown.
Oh, the
Candy Clown is pretty tight looking. Candy Clown looks awesome. We play a Sky High Walker. Skywalker, you really want him for counterblast management. Again, you can abuse him the same as you can the other 3 triggers. And he just makes sure you can have the extra counterblast for your effects to go off.
Alright.
That's it for the main deck. Now let's get to the juicy part of the deck. This is the extra deck. This is the extra deck. So, in the extra deck, I'm going to play 1 Amanda. Amanda's really good for applying that on-hit pressure. You don't need too many of her. 1 is perfectly fine. Just in case things aren't really, your soul's not really optimized for other players, you can go into Amanda and just keep pressure going with your on-hit skill. Play 1 Dragon Masquerade Harri.
Harry Potter.
No, he's better wizard than that. He's a better wizard than that. If you don't know Harry's skill, it's pretty simple. Kind of difficult in practice, but his skill is Counterblast 2, put a unit into the Soul, call up to 3 units from the Soul, and keep attacking. He doesn't want to attack, so that's kind of fun.
He gets rid of 2 rear guards.
And oh yeah, he also takes 2 of your opponent's rear guards, put them into the Soul. Very good ability.
Don't do it again, think it. That's the only thing.
Well, yeah, some decks you're not gonna really want to use this effect against, but Harri can get in there to kill because he can make your entire field restand again with his effect, with some shenanigans and
get rid of interceptors.
And get rid of interceptors. So you can also change out your Amanda for another Harri in case you want to go two Harrys, or you can honestly take out Harri for another Amanda. It's all up to you. Next up, we have 2 Lunatic Dragons. Lunatic is going to be your main finisher in the deck. He's going to give your field a pretty decent power boost, and he gains a crit at GB3, which is extremely strong. I used to play him at 4 in the deck, but Lunatic himself isn't as good when your opponent has a large hand. If your opponent has like 8 or 9 cards in hand, Lunatic isn't really as threatening as Harri would be. But if your opponent's had few cards in hand and high damage, not even high damage, maybe like 3 damage or so, Lunatic is the card for you to go into because it'll leave your other rear guards for you to punch him in the face. And finally, we play 4 Curtain Call Announcer Mephisto. Mephisto is going to be your early and mid-game stride. He's just came on G6, which is today, as of recording. Pretty solid. He can flip a copy of himself, flip a copy of any card face up. Give your entire front row 1k power for every copy of himself you have face up. And if you have 2 or more, for every 2 cards you have face up, you can call a card from your soul and give it 5k power. It's really good for just whittling away your opponent's hand. Just keep poking and poking your opponent's hand, so that way when you do go into Harri or Lunatic, for example, your opponent can't just say, oh, no guard, or your opponent can't hard guard everything you have. So far the deck is really strong. That's it for the entire deck, by the way. The deck is pretty strong so far. I love the Magia effect, the Magia ability. It makes some unpredictable columns, and you can decide to go as aggro or as defensive as you like with the Magia ability. I love it, I really do. But it's my Harri deck. I love this clan. Pale Moon is number 2. 2 Ubermen signing out. Woo! So I'm actually for Zavani.
Titties!